Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Starkey Farmstead. So before I head off to bed, I have a question for you. How far are you willing to go? How far are you willing to go to protect those that you love? Now just listen to me. I went to the store to get some stuff. I'm gonna let the baby here with Steve, and I was thinking while I was driving, because it was quiet and I had a moment I could think. And I was thinking to myself, some of the research that I've seen indicates that about 75% of Americans never commit an actual crime. So you go your entire life being a law-abiding citizen. Do you guys realize that 100% of illegal aliens have committed a crime and most likely will commit another one? Now, I know what you're thinking. There's no evidence. How can she say that? She's just making that up. Am I? Think about it. 100% of illegal aliens have already committed a crime. So if you're willing to commit a federal crime, chances are you will be willing to commit a state crime. Break state laws. How far are they willing to go? Should have been the question that I asked you. If they were willing to work with drug cartels and human trafficking cartels, illegal gun cartels, I mean, they're willing to work with gangs. Somehow these poor people got hooked up with a gang member. Now, most of you have never met a gang member in your life. You wouldn't even know where to go to find a gang member to hook up with. Am I wrong? I'm not. I know I'm not. So these people knew a gang member that could connect them to a cartel, somehow found anywhere from $3,000 to $7,000 per person to make a 1,000-mile, depending on where they come from, 2,000-mile journey through jungles and countries and, woods and all that, cross rivers, to get here to this country and break federal law to sneak in. Because we have legal ports of entry. Okay, we do. They could have easily, just as easily, have gone through a legal port of entry, but they didn't. So they're willing to work with the bad people to break the law to get to America. What do you think is going to happen when a new president gets in there? Because even if, and I honestly do not believe it'll happen, Biden wins, that's only 4 years. Eventually, it's going to balance out. And some of these people are going to be sent home. Or, at the least, the money train's going to stop because these cities are going to go broke. Just face it. Nobody can continue, and people that pay their taxes, they're going to run out of these cities. If this crap doesn't stop soon, they're going to bail on these cities and they're all going to crumble. So when the money stops, what do you think these people are going to do? How far do you think they're going to be willing to go to put a roof over their head or their children's heads? Because that's what they're all claiming, right? The ones with kids, we had to come. Our kids, our poor kids. And the single men, how far do you think they're willing to go just to come in and take your house from you? Things are going to change. It might not be today, but it's coming. It's coming. You're seeing 15-year-old Venezuelans shoot at police officers. You're seeing people from other countries coming on vacation visas and breaking into people's houses. That happened in Arizona the other day. This trio, one of them was like 17 or 15. I mean, they're bringing kids into this. So how far and how willing will they be to murder, steal, and commit other types of crimes to get what they think they deserve, because they do think they're entitled, Nobody comes to a country demanding what these people have demanded if they don't feel entitlement. So don't tell me they don't feel entitlement. They feel entitlement. And they've all, every single one of them, already broken the law once. If you do any research at all, someone who is willing to break the law once is much more likely to commit a crime again than somebody that has never broken any law. Okay? It's called repeat offender. I know, told y'all before I was one. Okay? I know what I'm talking about when it comes to this. So, hey, baby. I see it. Pull up. That baby is doing a pull up on the basketball goal at by. That kid is super strong. So that's what I'm telling you guys. How willing are you to go? How far are you willing to go? Because they have proven that they are willing to go there. Are you willing to go there? Right now, you can use your phone. There are apps. I have an Apple phone, and there is a translator app that came, go figure, on my Chinese-made Apple phone. What happens if we lose all technology, right? All of that's gone. And you run into a group of 600 illegal migrants. You're not going to be able to communicate with them. They're not going to be able to communicate with you. So now you've got a communication barrier. And these are all what ifs, okay? Worst case scenarios. The money train stops. They're not getting free food. They're not getting free housing, free medical. They can't get home. They can't really get jobs. What do you think they're going to do in the land of milk and honey? They're doing it. They're doing it right now, right in front of your face. Running down the road, punching innocent women in the face to be initiated into gangs. You're so strong. I'm so proud of you. They're already willing to do it. Here's my thing. How far do you think I'd go to keep that baby safe? All I can say is don't try it. Don't find out. Because I won't be the one calling 911. No way. In other words, I would do anything to keep that baby safe. Anything. And so would he. We have no limits where the baby's concerned. I'm like that with all of my children. I'm like that with my neighbors. If I saw my neighbors in trouble, there wouldn't be anything I wouldn't do to help them. Because that's reciprocal. We have a tight-knit little community. They would come running for me. I would go running for them. Everybody that lives around us knows that. And funny thing, so not a funny thing, it's obvious. Because crimes will be committed all around this area, but will never touch here. And that's because people already know 911 is not our knee-jerk reaction. It's not. They already know that we're not easy targets. But you guys, the ones of you living in cities where you're not allowed to carry guns, you're not allowed to be a gun owner, or you simply don't have one because it's too hard to get one because of regulations, you guys are walking targets. You are walking targets. You are easy prey, easy pickings. Your police department can't do anything to help you because your woke liberal judges, district attorneys, governors, mayors keep letting the criminals have more rights than American citizens. And illegal aliens are criminals to begin with. So this video was to ask you that one simple question. How far are you willing to go, friend? You need to sit down tonight when you're saying your prayers. You need to ask the Holy Spirit to help you because I believe in my heart that God does not expect us to be victims. And I believe that you have every right to defend yourself unto someone else's death to save your own life, or that of a child, or that of an innocent bystander. The criminal, in my mind, has no rights. And there is nothing that I wouldn't do to make sure that the innocent party does not survive what the criminal intended to do to them. And I could care less about criminal rights. And I've been a criminal, so I feel like I actually have a lot more right to say that than most people. It's a miracle someone didn't kill me. And I am thankful for that because God renewed my life. But let me explain something to you. My parents were the first people that ever put me in jail. They filed charges against me. And I'll never forget what my dad said to me because I was angry and heartbroken and oh so offended. And I remember crying. I don't think I was crying. I was cussing because I was filled with offense. How could you effing do this to me? I'm your daughter. I will, to my dying day, have more respect for my father than most people walking this earth because this is what he said, and I'm sure it wasn't easy. Pumpkin, if you will do this to us, your parents, you will do this to anyone, and it is my responsibility to protect you and to protect innocent people that you would hurt. And if I don't do everything in my power to stop you now, then I also am guilty of whatever crimes you commit from this point on. That is true parenting in its finest form. And look at me now. Because my parents wouldn't bail me out, wouldn't let anybody else bail me out, they stuck to it because they were strong enough to say, my daughter needs help. I'm not going to turn the cheek. I'm not going to act like she didn't do this. I'm not going to make excuses for her. My daughter broke the law. I'm going to use the law to lock her up, and hopefully she'll get help. Because of that, I am still alive today. I firmly believe that. So you guys hear me out now. For the ones of you who might have children or your neighbor's kids or anything, they're getting in a gang, starting to get in trouble, lock them up. You're not going to ruin their life. My life is amazing. It saved my life. Stop bailing, especially your sons. Stop bailing them out of jail every time they get picked up for something. Leave them there. It ain't going to hurt them to a couple of years. At least you know they're not out there hurting innocent people. Because if you bail them out or you fail to put them in there when they've committed a crime, you now, in the thinking of my parents and myself, we feel that you are aiding and abetting a criminal. Therefore, it's on your head too, friend. Think about that Venezuelan mom who was cutting up when they were taking her son for shooting at that officer. I mean, she was coming apart, crying and screaming on camera. Not my baby. Oh my God. She knew what she had brought to this country, and she did not care. She cared he got caught. She didn't care what he was doing when he was away from her. Or she would have been the one that called the police and said, come get my kid. He's in a gang and he's going to hurt somebody. She did not care about that. She cared that he was caught. And that's what we're seeing across this country. So knowing that you're dealing with that, again, how far are you willing to go to protect what is yours? Hey, my darling. And the sanctity of life of those around you. You really need to sit down tonight and you need to think about it. And you need to start preparing yourself mentally, physically, financially, emotionally for what is going to come. It's not if, when. Because it's coming, you guys. There's going to be change. I already listed to you the ways it can happen. But if it changes the way I think it is, you're going to see 20 million people lose their mess. and I hope you're prepared for it. God bless you. If you'd like to support our channel, you can drop something in Venmo, Cash App, PayPal. Go ahead. Make your shot. Oh, use that backboard. Good job, dude. 2 points. 2 points. Drop something in Venmo, Cash App, PayPal. We would greatly appreciate it, you guys. I love y'all. I'm done. Got sinuses going on. I think I'm going to go inside, do a little bit of supper, finish with the animals, and spend some time with my favorite 5-year-old in the whole world.
So you saw that on your phone?
I saw that on my phone. So did everybody that watches, baby. They all saw it.